Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been keeping an eye on the Browns lately, you know that there's been a lot of buzz swirling around the team, especially with the situation involving their backup quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Yes, you heard that right. Shedeur Sanders, the young rookie out of Colorado, has been making headlines, but not necessarily for what you might expect. Instead, it's the speculation, the rumors, the social media chatter that's been firing up the Browns fan base and the NFL community at large. And let me tell you, this kind of talk isn't just noise. It's rooted in real concerns about injuries, team depth, and the future of Cleveland's quarterback situation. So what exactly happened? Well, as we all saw last week, Shedeur Sanders was added to Cleveland's injury report ahead of their Week 8 game against the New England Patriots. Now, at first, that didn't seem like such a big deal. Sometimes players get minor injuries and teams are just cautious. But then the speculation started to heat up. Social media exploded with rumors suggesting that Sanders might be on the trade block. Why? Because there's been a lot of talk about Deshaun Watson, the talented but often injury-prone star quarterback, potentially returning from his Achilles injury sooner rather than later. Fans and analysts alike started to connect the dots. Could Sanders be traded? Would Cleveland look to make a bold move before the deadline? The rumors even linked Sanders to teams like the New York Jets, especially in discussions involving Garrett Wilson. Some insiders floated the possibility that Cleveland might entertain offers for Sanders if they saw an opportunity to upgrade or shake things up at the quarterback position. But here's where it gets interesting. Cleveland insider Mary Kay Cabot from Cleveland.com quickly shut those rumors down on Saturday, making it clear that there's no truth to them. She reported that Sanders is not on the trade block and the Browns aren't even listening to offers for him. So what's really going on? Well, it turns out that Sanders was added to the injury report with back tightness, which is a legitimate concern. But as Cabot pointed out, the soreness is real, and it's not part of any grand plan to move the rookie. This kind of thing happens in the NFL all the time, especially with young quarterbacks trying to find their footing. Sanders, who was Cleveland's second-string QB behind Dillon Gabriel, was inactive last Sunday due to his back injury. The Browns brought in Bailey Zappe from the practice squad, elevating him to the backup role for that game. Now, naturally, when Sanders gets healthy again, he's expected to resume his role as the number 2 quarterback behind Gabriel, with Zappe returning to the practice squad. It's a pretty standard rotation, but the fact that Sanders isn't getting first-team reps in practice right now has sparked some questions among fans. Let's talk about Gabriel for a moment. Since taking over as Cleveland's starting quarterback after the team traded Joe Flacco to Cincinnati, Gabriel has been a bit of a mixed bag. His numbers haven't been terrible, throwing for 546 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, with an 82.5 passer rating. Not bad for a rookie, especially considering the challenges of stepping into a starting role in the NFL. But at the same time, the Browns haven't been entirely satisfied with his performance either. The team's record with Gabriel as the starter is 1-2 in these games, which puts some pressure on him to perform better. And this is where the strategic planning gets interesting. Many believe that if Gabriel struggles again against the Patriots this Sunday, Cleveland might take the opportunity during their bye week to prepare Sanders for his first career start. That upcoming game against the Jets in Week 9 could be the moment where Sanders gets his shot to prove himself on the big stage. It's a tantalizing possibility for Browns fans who are eager to see what the young quarterback can do when given the chance. Remember, Sanders has shown flashes of talent, and with more reps, he could develop into a reliable option for Cleveland in the future. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Browns are a team with a lot of potential, especially on the offensive side. They have a solid defense, a running game that's capable of controlling the clock, and a coach who's trying to build a balanced and competitive team. The quarterback position has always been a topic of discussion, especially with Deshaun Watson's injury history and the uncertainty surrounding Gabriel's consistency. That's why the Browns' front office is probably just being cautious right now, ensuring that Sanders remains healthy and ready for when he's truly needed. The last thing they want is to rush him back prematurely and risk aggravating the injury or stunting his development. Now, for Browns fans, this situation is a roller coaster. You want to see your team succeed, you want the young talent to develop, but you also know how fragile the NFL season can be. Every game counts, and every injury can shift the momentum dramatically. The team is in a good position to make a push, but they need to keep their key players healthy and ready. Sanders, even though he's currently on the sidelines, remains a significant part of the team's future plans. His potential to be a dynamic quarterback, with his athleticism and arm talent, is something the Browns are clearly invested in. They've drafted him with the future in mind, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's the guy Cleveland leans on more heavily in the coming weeks. And let's talk about the AFC North for a moment. The division has been fiercely competitive this season, with every team fighting tooth and nail for playoff positioning. The Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers have all shown flashes of brilliance, and the Browns, with their talented roster, are right in the thick of things. A shift in quarterback strategy or a key injury can have ripple effects across the standings. If Sanders gets healthy and starts to show flashes of his potential, he could be the X factor that propels Cleveland to new heights. Or conversely, if Gabriel struggles, the team might expedite Sanders' development, especially during their bye week, to try and keep pace with the division leaders. It's also worth noting that this season has been one of transition for Cleveland. With a new coaching staff, some fresh faces, and a lot of hope from the fan base, every game feels like a new chapter. The Browns have been trying to find consistency, and the quarterback position is at the heart of that quest. Sanders' injury and the subsequent rumors, even if they're later debunked, highlight just how much attention the team's young talent attracts. Fans are eager to see this guy develop, to see if he can be the future of Cleveland's offense. And honestly, the way he's been talked about, the potential he's shown in practice, and his athletic tools make him a player to watch in the coming weeks. Looking ahead, the Browns are in a crucial part of their season. The upcoming games will test their resilience, their depth, and their ability to adapt under pressure. If Gabriel can step up and lead the team effectively against the Patriots, it will give Cleveland a boost and reinforce their confidence in him. But if he falters, don't be surprised if the coaching staff makes some bold decisions, involving Sanders more prominently and perhaps even giving him a shot to start sooner than expected. The NFL is a league of opportunities, and for young quarterbacks like Sanders, a chance to shine can come at any moment, sometimes unexpectedly. And of course, this all plays into the bigger narrative of Cleveland's long-term plans. The team has been working hard to build a competitive roster, and they've invested in young talent like Sanders because they see potential. The coaching staff and front office are focused on developing this future, making smart moves, and keeping their options open. So while right now Sanders is dealing with back tightness and isn't on the field, his presence remains felt in the locker room and among fans. Everyone is waiting for that moment when he's fully healthy and ready to take the reins. Browns fans, you know as well as I do, the future looks bright with this young talent, and it's only a matter of time before we see him lead the team in a crucial moment. In the meantime, Cleveland has to navigate through these uncertainties, managing injuries, making strategic calls, and staying focused on their goals. The AFC North is tough, no doubt about it, but with the talent they have and the potential of young players like Sanders, the Browns have a shot at making some noise in the postseason. It's a season of patience, development, and strategic thinking, and the coming weeks could be pivotal for the team's trajectory. As Browns fans, we all hope for the best, more wins, better performances, and of course that long-awaited Super Bowl run. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. Do you think Sanders will get back on the field soon? Are you confident in Gabriel's ability to lead the team? Or are you already dreaming of Sanders taking the starting role in the near future? Whatever your thoughts, share them with us. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. We're in this together, and your support keeps the passion alive. Let's keep that Browns pride high and keep pushing forward. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns.